Hello and welcome to another edition of Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. I'm Anne Nwawadu. On the program today, we feature the Chief Executive Officer of Muka Limited, Ray Murphy, as he outlines the company's sustainability initiatives. Also, the Managing Director of Nigerian Bottling Company Limited, Matthew Shagwain, explains the roadmap used by NBC for development. Once again, welcome. Let's begin with a short history about one of the leading foam manufacturers right here in Nigeria. We're talking about Muka Limited. The foundation of Muka Limited was laid in 1959 when the Faiz Mukarim family started the Mukarim Metal Wood Factory in Kano, Nigeria, to manufacture furniture and iron beds. In a bid to actualize the vision to integrate backwards as a supplier of raw materials to the furniture and bedding industry, Muka Limited was established in Lagos in 1972 to produce flexible foam products. Muka Limited manufactures households and industrial foam products like mattresses, pillows, bedding, industrial sheets and other related products. The Muka name is synonymous with quality, and it was the first foam manufacturing company in Nigeria to offer quality warranty on mattresses and other related products. Muka's physical market reach is through a network of distributors, sub-distributors and sleep galleries. With production facilities in Lagos, Benin and Kaduna, Muka is Nigeria's foremost supplier of branded mattresses and foam-based products for sleep solutions. The Chief Executive Officer of Muka, Ray Murphy, sheds more light on his organization's activities. Now, as a passionate brand that cares about people's lives, tell us those areas you pay most attention to when it comes to corporate social responsibility.
We focus on 5 key areas. Firstly, internally displaced, where we're looking principally and obviously in the northern part of Nigeria. Secondly, we consider children in need as another part of our program. The third element is in relation to various health programs. And then obviously the fourth area follows on from health into the current COVID-19 pandemic. And then lastly, we're looking to, in terms of CSR, invest in what we call skills for life. So where we can get involved in various sort of training and education programs, to provide people for skills to improve their life.
Now, there's one program that caught my attention, Street Store Nigeria. What is it about?
It's actually an organisation that evolved from elsewhere in Africa, and if I recall correctly, principally out of South Africa. And that organisation here in Nigeria, and more specifically Lagos, basically had a series of enabling programs whereby they could raise funds and also household materials, again for internally displaced people, but who were looking to resettle in Lagos. So we partnered with Street Store. We've engaged with them on a number of activities where we've helped raise funds. But also, as Muka as a mattress company, we also donated Muka mattresses and other sleeping products.
Now, to celebrate Muka's 60th anniversary, an initiative, Comfort at Home, was launched on the 1st of October 2019. What impact do you think this has made, and are you satisfied with what you have done with this initiative?
I'm never satisfied. I think there's always more as individuals, more as a company, more as a community we can do. But you're right. I mean, recently was our 60th birthday here in Nigeria. And we said, well, what can we do creatively, to reach out, really beyond Lagos and some of the, the other major cities And our marketing team came up with a wonderful idea, to really try and build or improve the homes of 60. And it wasn't homes just in terms of purely domestic households. We said, how can we reach out further, and homes in terms of, children's refuges and children's institutions and others. So to celebrate Muka's 60th birthday, we launched this and we invited applications via the company's website, applications or nominations. We received several thousand nominations via the website, and those were assessed. But we also reached out, again, we received applications from like children's orphanages, etc. So we decided, to partner with some of those and help renovate some of those orphanages, and obviously at the same time put Muka sleep products there.
Now, it's not every time we see organizations considered physically challenged, but Muka is doing this. What are you hoping to achieve?
We decided, when looking at, how we can really add value, there we tended to focus into the area of the visually impaired. So we've got two specific organisations that we've partnered with there, raising funds and also donating products.
And do you have any program that reaches entrepreneurs as well?
In that space, in the entrepreneurial space, I think we take a more commercial approach to that. We view entrepreneurs as potential suppliers to the business, so that we do deliberately reach out to young enterprising organizations. But we also look, again, as part of our CSR program, when we look at skills for life. And there, what we've done over the past couple of years is that we've engaged in a program in Mums in Business. And, many young mothers who are very entrepreneurial, have some great business ideas, but they perhaps lack the seed funding, to help them get, to turn their ideas into reality. So again, Mums in Business, we received nominations for that. We assessed, and we've made a number of awards. Again, some openly, some discreetly, to Mums in Business.
Well, I'm happy you're doing something for women, but let's talk about the Traders Partners Agreement. What's this about?
Muka is just slightly over 60 years old in Nigeria. And throughout that time, we have formed distribution partnerships with our business partners. So that provides us with basically national reach in Nigeria. But part of the challenge they faced is, the logistics of roads and, the distribution network of, renting trucks, etc. So last year, from July to September, we set them some very, very challenging targets. And I'm really delighted to say that a significant number of our business partners didn't just rise to the challenge, but a significant number of them exceeded the challenge. Now, we expected, as part of this program, that about 25 of our business partners would win trucks. It became evident very, very quickly that it was going to be a lot more than 25. So it actually got to the stage where last Saturday, I was immensely proud to host an event where we handed over the keys for 54 trucks to our business partners. There was about another 100 who achieved some targets, and they were able to win things like laptops and printers, etc., that can be used in the businesses.
Let's talk about the health sector. We all know the challenges in that sector in the country. What is Muka Film doing to improve this?
We very much take a short to mid to long-term view when we look at our health programs. We've also developed a partnership with two of the medical organizations in Nigeria, and this is around more in the orthopedic space and physiotherapy, in that we're endorsed by two of those organizations. So we partner with them in reaching out and in providing education about, firstly, well-being, and how well-being or how sleep links to well-being, and therefore having a good mattress and hopefully a good Muka mattress and good pillow and good sleeping materials to provide quality sleep. The third and more immediate and pressing area is in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we've worked with a number of states in Nigeria, to provide clinic mattresses for these isolation centres, working with both the states and some NGO type of organisations.
And I also see you celebrate the Armed Forces Remembrance Day every year. Yes. How do you do this, and what do you do to commemorate this?
Yeah, well, that commemoration has actually got something sort of deeper behind it. Just over 2 years ago, we went into discussion with the Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Centre here in Lagos. And that resettlement centre, it prepares armed forces personnel who are retiring or exiting the armed forces, going back into civilian life. We started 2 years ago, to partner with them in two ways. One, to provide, bedding products, because the resettlement centres, they are camps. We donated a number of computers to the resettlement centre. Yeah, because a lot of the skills that they train individuals, are things like, farming, and some of the hard skills like joinery and plumbing and electricians, etc. But we also felt that, that it'd be good to educate some people who are being resettled in some of the more modern skills that are in demand in terms of IT and computing, etc. And in fact, with a recent visit with a discussion with the commander of the Armed Force Resettlement Centre, I made a commitment that I would actually like to employ some of the people who are exiting from the resettlement centre, because again, I think they have some specific skill sets that would be of benefit to the Muka business.
60 years gone now. Let's say another 60 years coming. What do you see Muka doing differently or doing more in terms of your business, and of course for the people, and investing in those around you?
A lot of what we do is centered around innovation. Any businesses that stand still are actually going backwards in real terms. So we innovate in what we do in terms of our research and development into our products. I made a commitment some years back that every 3 months Muka would be launching a new product in Nigeria. And I'm proud to say that I can stand true to that commitment. Over the last 2.5 to 3 years, every 3 months we've brought new and exciting products to market. We innovate in our production environments. Again, even during difficult times, we're reinvesting and upgrading our manufacturing facilities to make sure that they're safe and environmentally friendly operating environments. We innovate in terms of how we communicate with our consumers. A lot of consumers are now using a lot of the online platforms, and we talk to consumers on a daily basis through online platforms. That's night and day versus how Muka communicated 5-10 years ago. But the piece of innovation that pleases me most is how we innovate with our people. I mean, Muka is, I'd like to think it's an exciting, dynamic, enjoyable place to work. We aspire to be an employer of choice here in Nigeria. And we invest in sending the top 25 managers in Muka to Lagos Business School to fondly undertake what we call as the Muka MBA. That and several other investment programs, fast-tracking young managers, fast-tracking through the organization. We also have a management graduate program where we bring young graduates into the business, which I think will see Muka, remaining to be number one, not just in Nigeria, but perhaps across West Africa. So we see ourselves very much as an investor in research and development, an investor and a strong partner with our distributors, but more importantly, an investor in the Muka people. And it's these Muka people who are really going to be the catalysts of ensuring that this business and the success of this business continues to move forward from generation to generation.
When we return, we'll turn our attention to the activities of Nigerian Bottling Company Limited. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. Next, let's tell you more about Nigerian Bottling Company Limited, a company involved in the business of packaging.
Nigerian Bottling Company is a growth-focused consumer packaged goods business and the strategic bottling partner of the Coca-Cola Company in Nigeria. It is a member of the Coca-Cola Hellenic Bottling Company Group, an anchor bottler for the Coca-Cola Company in 28 countries, with over 605 million consumers and 197 brands in these markets. The company was incorporated in November 1951, with manufacturing operations kicking off in 1953 from the basement of a hotel in Lagos, Nigeria. Since then, its operations have continued to grow. Today, NBC manufactures, markets and distributes a range of sparkling soft drinks, including the iconic Coca-Cola, Coke Zero, Fanta, Sprite, Schweppes and Limca, still drinks including the Five Alive range and Everwater, as well as Monster and Predator energy drinks. With a workforce of over 2,700 full-time direct employees and more than 7,000 dealers directly or indirectly, NBC contributes to the livelihood of over 15 million people in Nigeria.
The Managing Director, Matthew Sheguin, speaks to us about working in Nigeria and much more. You took up this leadership role in October 2019. How challenging or enjoyable has it been for you working right here in Nigeria?
Anne, thank you very much. It's been fantastic to be back home in Nigeria, because the first time I came here was back in 2011. I stayed 5 years and moved back to Europe, and I'm very happy to be back here now for almost a year and a half, myself and also with the family here in Nigeria. Okay, so from a personal standpoint, it has been fantastic. From a business standpoint, if you look at Nigeria for Hellenic, we've been here for the last 70 years. We started back in 1951. Not far from here, in the mainland hotel in Ido House, with one production plant. And since then, it has been a fantastic journey. Now we're operating in 8 plants all across Nigeria, 14 depots. And especially in the last 10 years, we invested more than 500 billion naira. And for the next 5 years, we're going to invest another 250 billion naira. So despite the context, despite the environment, we see huge opportunity for growth and profitable growth in Nigeria for our business. And more importantly for us is we believe that at the center of everything we do, doing good for the community and doing good for the environment is good for business.
Now, I liked the part where you said doing good is good business, which means you must have a roadmap or a guide that helps your sustainability initiatives. Tell us what these focus areas are for you.
So thank you. Yes, indeed. So first we start from the UN Sustainable Development Goals as a starting point. Second one, at group level, we have a clear strategy of what we want to do. And on that note, we've been 7 years out of 8 on the top list in Europe of the Dow Jones Sustainable Index. But here for Nigeria, we prioritize 4 key areas. The first one around water, the second one around our people and community, the third one which is world without waste, and the last one which is a reduction of emission of our plants.
And talking about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, you pay attention to goals 6 and 12, which of course clean water and responsible consumption. But how do you go about achieving these goals?
First of all, we are very mindful of how much we use water across the different plants, because that's one of the biggest resources that we are using. But also more importantly as well is what do we do with the water we use and how we bring it back to the community. For example, now, since many years, all our plants have water treatment effluent plants, which make sure that whatever we take from the boreholes, we process and we get back clean water to the community. One small fact is all those plants, water treatment plants, which are top-notch here in Nigeria, and we want to make sure that the water that we are using is clean and top quality from beginning to the end. So that's one example. Another example is what we do in some communities, in many communities. One of our biggest projects in the last couple of years is in Kano, where we invested millions of euros to give clean water to the communities. And as we speak, we have communities enjoying the water that we provide, more than 1 million people. And the last point is in many of our plants, 5 of them today, we are now certified by the Alliance for Water Stewardship all across, which is a global standard.
MVC led an industry coalition tagged Nigeria Business League for Youths. This program was to tackle employability and, of course, education in Nigeria. What impact has this made so far, and what other programs do you have to empower youths in the country?
So first of all, back in 2017, we started our own program in NBC, Youth on Power, where we train more than 17,000 students all across and young people all across Nigeria, really to bring them to a level of they work their skills, they can be find a job, employability skills. So it was really to develop them. But soon we realized that, okay, 17,000 is a bit, we can do better, okay? So we had the idea to bring more people into the community and colleagues from the industry to create the Nigerian Business League for Youth to empower more people. So what 1 can do, 5 can do better, 6, 7, 10. So now, since a year, we are working every month to try to see where we have synergies and how we can work across the industry. And I want to thank all my colleagues to join us, and even more in the future. But that's not the only thing we are doing. Over and beyond that, in many parts of Nigeria, the last one was in Abuja, we are also helping students and pupils to go to school. So we have more than 3,500 pupils who are now all across Nigeria enjoying a better environment and better schools. And on top of that, in Kano, we are also helping with direct scholarship. So all of that is ready to help the young people all across Nigeria to get better and to get a better education.
For an organization like yours, it's expected that you generate large volumes of waste, but you have an initiative tagged World Without Waste. How possible is it to even achieve this? And how do you mitigate your impact on the environment?
The good news is that in Nigeria, all our products, whether it's Coca-Cola, whether it's Fanta, whether it's Five Alive, whether they are in glass, PET, plastic, or cans, they are all 100% recyclable. 2 points we are trying to do is make the weight less, so take plastic out of the bottle, and we have a huge program to reduce the plastic per bottle, and we are working hard to do that. The second one is around making it easy to recycle. So for example, Sprite used to be in green bottle, PET, now it's in transparent bottle, which is much easier for the recycler to recycle in the processing. So on collection, we want our bottle back. So we work with Alchem for 8 years, where we collected about 7 billion bottles. And now, for the last couple of years, we started to join as an industry and form the Food and Beverage Recycling Association, FEBRA. And I've been honored to be appointed as the chairman of FEBRA back in January 2020. And since then, with Areze and the team, we are trying to accelerate the collection And we've done a great job in 2020, but that's only the beginning to go even faster. In terms of members, now we are about 16 members in Fibra, but we want to double it again this year to collect even more bottles back to us. Fibra has worked with SON to certify the norm for recycling PET. So that's going to help us in the future to bring back the bottle and crush them in small particles and put them back in the system to produce new bottles. That's for the future. And the other one is in terms of collection. With Coca-Cola Company, we already set up 7 recycling banks all across Lagos and Abuja, and it's only the beginning where we want people to bring back their bottle to those recycling banks. And the good news is that's also providing jobs to recyclers in the communities. Every year, our employees are also volunteering, okay, to clean the beach and to clean the streets. I've done it also myself, both in the street of Ikorodu, as well as on Tarkwa Bay to pick up plastic and clean the whole beach over there.
With 8 manufacturing plants across the country, how do you mitigate the impact of your manufacturing operations on the environment? Okay,
so first on energy, in most of our plants we have combined heat and power plant, which is basically we are using gas to produce energy, and we are reusing the emissions. Instead of going in the air, we are bringing them back to produce more energy. So that's the first element, and with that, we save about 36,000 tons of carbon last year. The second initiative, and that's new for the last year, we now invested into solar panel in 4 out of our plants in Madigori, Abuja, Kano, and Asejire, next to Ibadan. And this already enables us to save about 500 tons last year, and about this year we're going to save another 1,400 tons. But that's not it. Also, we have a huge park of coolers in the market, about 70,000. Most of them are ozone-free now, so that's also helping us in reducing our emission in the environment.
Well, we know the country has taken quite a hit from the COVID-19 pandemic. How did the NBC respond to this pandemic, and did this give you an opportunity to strengthen your level of interventions in communities around you?
So first, we all know it has been very painful and still is very painful for Nigeria and all our people. So as a business, we decided to pay our tribute as much as we can and help as many people as we can in our communities. And we've done that in partnership with Coca-Cola Company, our partner here in Nigeria. So we donated more than 13 million centiliters of drinks all across Nigeria. We donated food about to 210,000 households. The last one was last week in Abuja. We also donated more than 300 million naira worth of personal protective equipment through Red Cross to the health official here in Nigeria. And we keep on doing that. And our people also donated time. More than 140 people in our organization donated their time to go to the community and hand over all this food, drinks, and equipment.
Now, going forward, what would you like to see, for example, in the next 70 years in your business and, of course, your sustainability commitments to those around you?
So as I said at the very beginning, doing good for community is good for business. So, and as you said, we've been here for the last 70 years, and we want to be there for the next 70 years. So we're going to keep on going, keep investing in the business and in the communities around our 4 key pillars: water, community, world without waste, and reducing our emission. And with that, we'll be able to grow profitably and give back to the communities. To conclude, we are passionate about Nigeria. We are committed to develop our business, but beyond that, our customers, our people, and our communities.
Well, doing good is indeed good business. That's the program for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, keep up with our editions of Kaleidoscope on youtube.com/channelsweb. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawadu. Please stay safe.